So I hope you understood how to solve question number 8. Okay, both arrangements MFR PFR in series, first MFR PFR, then second PFR MFR, you have to solve that. Okay, and as I told you in the last part, try to solve that in terms of concentration. Okay, so because it will be a little easier for all of you, for you to solve that, to get the answer in less time. Like again, I can write for PFR, design equation will be in terms of conversion, something like this. For MFR followed by PFR arrangement, where RA can be written as KC naught square 1 minus XA. If you can solve this integration, it's wonderful. Otherwise, because you can see conversion, some calculation steps will be more. But if you solve it in terms of concentration, it will be easier for us. Okay, because simple integration is there, and you will get Ca2, and conversion you can define as 1 minus Ca2 over Ca0. So that's what I was telling yesterday. Try to solve the numericals, constant volume reaction system problems in terms of concentration to save some calculation time. Okay, so I hope you understood what to do and what not to do in this type of questions. Okay, next is question number 43. That was on page number 8. Now, one thing which all of us know, that MFR in series will give higher conversion as compared to single MFR. And more than one reactors are there in series, so obviously for a positive order reaction we will get the higher conversion. So in 43, if you see, and we know that for first order reaction, either we use MFR PFR or we use PFR MFR, conversion will be same. So in an option R, conversion has to be same. That means XP will be equal to XR. That is obvious. Okay, and in option Q we have only single MFR. So conversion will be minimum among all these 4 options. Conversion will be minimum in option Q. Okay, so here if you see, only option B is satisfying this condition. Okay, so that is the answer. You don't need to go for any other thing. You don't need to use paper and pen for this. So you will directly get your answer. This question was there for 2 marks. Further, if you want to see about XR and XS, why they are small and large, it's easy. Like we have PFR followed by MFR and MFR followed by PFR. So in these 2 cases, for first order reaction, conversion will be same, that is obvious, XP, XR will be same. But now in option S, we have 2 MFR in series. So just try to understand like this. Feed is going in this, feed is going in this. Okay. Here we will get some conversion X7. Here as well we will get some conversion X7. So obviously these 2 values will be same because size of MFR is same and everything else is also same. But when the same feed, the remaining feed will go in this MFR and here it will go in PFR. So it's obvious, we know that the volume is same. So same for positive order reaction, first order means positive order. For positive order reaction, PFR gives higher conversion as compared to MFR of same volume. So volume is same. So obviously here conversion, whatever I am getting XA2 will be more as compared to this. Okay. So that's why MFR in series will have less conversion as compared to XR or XP. Simple. That is the logic. That's why option B is the correct answer. Okay. Anyways, I hope it is clear. 43, then 104. 104 कहाँ होगा? I don't know. Let's say 16 पर नहीं है, 19 पर हाँ. A first order liquid phase reaction is carried out isothermally at steady state in a CSTR and 90% conversion is attained. With the same inlet, for the same overall conversion, if CSTR is replaced by two smaller and identical CSTR in series, then percentage reduction in total volume to the nearest integer is. Okay. So before we talk about this, let's discuss one simple point. For positive order reactions, if you see the performance curve, it is something like this. This is the final conversion which I want to obtain. Now just try to understand, if I have single MFR, the area governed by single MFR will be this. That is ASM, let's say single MFR. Okay. Now if I have two MFR in series, then area governed by two MFR in series will be, first MFR will increase the conversion from 0 to XA1. Then second MFR will increase the conversion from XA1 to XA2. So what is the area now? First MFR will govern this much area. Second MFR will govern this much of area. And you can see area governed by MFR in series here is less than, that of governed by single MFR. Okay, why? Because this additional area has been removed now, has been reduced. Okay, for single MFR we were having this additional area, means additional volume, but for MFR in series we don't have this additional volume here. Okay, so that's why we can say for positive order reaction, MFR in series required less volume as compared to single MFR for same conversion, same overall conversion. Okay, and similarly you can understand here, if I use 3 MFR in series, 5 MFR in series, then for 5 MFR in series, the area governed will be 1, 1, इसे थोड़ा बड़ा कर देते हैं ताकि अच्छे से दिखे, 1. Okay, then second MFR will increase the conversion from 1 to 2. Then third MFR, then fourth MFR, and then fifth MFR. So area governed by 5 MFR in series will be this. So you can see the additional area required now has been reduced further. Okay, so here one thing should be clear to all of us, that similarly if we use n number of MFR in series, and let's means infinite MFR in series when we will use, so what will happen? The additional area above the curve will become completely 0. For infinite MFR in series, the additional area above the curve will become completely 0, and the performance curve will look like that of for ideal PFR. That's why we say infinite MFR in series act like an ideal PFR. Okay. So I hope this point is clear to all of you. So infinite MFR in series act like an ideal PFR, and as MFR in series increases, number of MFRs in series increases, the overall conversion increases for the same volume. And similarly, if number of MFR increases in series, then for the same overall volume, conversion obtained will also increase as compared to single MFR. Okay, I hope all these points are clear to all of you. Now, let's move on the numerical. 104. The volume of reactors has been increased, so obviously area governed will decrease. That means volume required will decrease. That's what they want to know. Okay, so what we have to do, let's do it for first case. For single MFR, let's say design equation is this: XA over minus RA means KCA, CA means CA naught 1 minus XA. So conversion is given 90%, so when you will put the values, you will get V is equal to FA naught upon KCA naught multiplied by 0.9 upon 1 minus 0.9, that is 9. विजिबल भी है नहीं है. V is equal to हो जाएगा 9 times of FA naught over KCA naught. Okay, this is what coming out to be. When we have two MFR in series and those are identical, so we know that for first order reaction in MFR in series, we can use that equation. XAN is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus tau I k power n. Okay, when we have identical MFRs and same temperature, because they haven't mentioned anything about the temperature, so we will consider that as isothermal. Okay, so for two MFR in series, it will be 0.9, 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus tau I k power 2. And when you solve this, you will get 1 plus tau I k power 2 is equal to 10. So tau I k is equal to square root of 10 minus 1. That is 2.15, I guess. Okay. And what is tau I? In terms of concentration, we can, in terms of molar flow rate, we can write tau I as VI Ca naught over Fa naught. So from here, you will get VI is equal to 2.15 times of Fa naught over Kca naught. This is the volume of one tank, but we have two MFR in series. So volume will be 2 times of this. That is, for volume of for MFR in series will be 2 times of this. That is 4.30 Fa naught over Kca naught. Okay. So percentage reduction you can calculate as initial volume 9, final volume 4.3 upon initial volume 9 into 100, like this. Whatever the value is coming out to be, that you can calculate. That is 52.22%. Okay, simple. So that is the answer. You have to write this up to nearest integer. So 52.22 nearest integer will be 52. That is my answer. I will type 52 there. Okay, simple. That's how we solve the numericals. We can solve these kind of numericals. Okay. So all these I hope clear to you how to solve. Next, 107. That we have already done. Then 119. Choose the correct option. So I hope you can do it. Okay. MFR, PFR, PFR, MFR. MFR, PFR, PFR, MFR. So out of these options, you can compare directly, no problem, because I have already told you the conclusion of maximum mixedness model, complete mixing model. Okay, so here you can see for first order reaction, okay, we know that for first order reaction we can use either of these arrangement and conversion will be same. So since conversion is same, so final concentration has to be same as well. So their ratio will be 1. Option B will be the correct answer, and this question was there for 2 marks. Such a big question. See, means on computer screen you have to scroll it up at least for 2 or 3 times. Okay, so to read this completely, only then you will be able to solve. And the other options you can also check. For n greater than 1, means n greater than 1 means late mixing is preferred. So here conversion will be more, here conversion will be less. Here conversion is more, so concentration will be less. Here conversion is less, so concentration will be more. So their ratio will be greater than 1, but they are saying equal to 1, so it is incorrect. Similarly, you can see for all other things, okay? Anyways, so I hope it is clear. Now let's move to the next question, that is 119. अच्छा 119 हो गया. Then 127. This type of question, I will tell you how to solve such things. 145. Okay. See, here we have MFR, PFR in parallel. So MFR, PFR in parallel means I cannot compare them directly. I have to solve one by one, as I have already told you. So one thing is obvious, that PFR in series can be replaced by single PFR. So their volume of single PFR will be 100 liter. Okay. In both the cases, final concentration is same. I want to calculate the volume of MFR. So what to do? First, apply the mole balance over PFR. And here one thing is, V0 is given 100. Let's say this is V1, this is V2. So it is obvious that V0, that is 100, is equal to V1 plus V2, as this is the distribution taking place. So I hope it is clear to you, that's not a big deal. Okay, so apply mole balance over this PFR, first order reaction is there. So tau is equal to V, that is 100 liter, upon V0, volumetric flow rate at inlet, that is V2, is equal to minus integration of dCA over minus RA from CA0 to CA. CA0 is 1, CA is 0.5, and this is first order reaction, so it will be KCA. Okay. So from here you will get a value of V2, because K is also given 0.1. So you will get V2, put this value V2 here, you will get V1. Now apply the mole balance over MFR, you will get volume of MFR. That will be about 855, I guess, approx 855 liter. Okay. Now in this question, see, they haven't mentioned that you have to type that your answer up to decimal or whatever it is. Only liter का है. Mention ही नहीं किया कि integer में देना है, decimal में देना है, क्या करना है. ऐसा हो सकता है, ठीक है? Because those people are also human beings, and human being means we are here to do the mistakes. Okay, and if you are also making mistakes in your life, that means you are also a human being. So congrats, and be proud of that, and don't get panic or don't lose confidence because we are making mistakes. It happens. It means we are human being. ठीक है? तो ऐसा होता है. But as a good human being, what we can do? We can identify our mistakes and we can rectify them. We can improve them. ठीक है? So, if there is any mistake which any one of you is making repeatedly, okay, and you are not able to understand how to rectify that in exam, in test papers, or in calculations or anything, okay, so for that I will suggest you talk to some of the experienced person, okay, of that field, okay, means faculty, because they can help you to how to overcome those mistakes. So this is about the multiple reactor system, and I hope you can solve the other questions by yourself easily. If you have doubt in any of other question, you can mention, you can message that on the office number, we will discuss. They will help you to do the things. Now let's move to the next topic. that question 10124, how to solve such questions. Okay, where a performance curve is given and we have to identify the best suitable reactor arrangement. So understand, if performance curve is given like this, what will be the best suitable reactor arrangement? It is easy. Identify the local minima and maxima. Okay, and here in this curve, just break this curve into different segments. Okay, like this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you see, we have 1, 2, 3, 3 areas, 3 segments total. Okay, so it means we required 3 reactor in series to for this problem. We required 3 reactor in series. And what will be the best reactor arrangement? See, as a chemical engineer, our main objective is to make the process economic, to optimize the things. Okay, and optimization means to minimize the input or to maximize the output. And in the case of reactors, input means volume of the reactor. If a small volume of the reactor is required, कम पैसा खर्च होगा. If large volume of reactor is required, ज़्यादा पैसा खर्च होगा. Simple सा logic है. हमें खर्चा कम करना है, profits बढ़ा रहे हैं. So here PFR, let's say yellow, MFR, let's say blue. So for first case, area governed by PFR will be under the curve, area under the curve, this much. And area governed by MFR will be the rectangular area. So this will be the area governed by MFR. So you can see for the segment 1 to 2, which reactor is occupying the less area? MFR. So which reactor will require the less volume? Obviously MFR. So for first segment, best reactor will be MFR. For second segment 2 to 3, area governed by MFR will be this much. And area governed by PFR will be area under the curve. So you can see PFR required less area means less volume. So I will prefer PFR. And similarly for third segment, I will prefer MFR because it will require the less volume. Okay, and what is the direction? We know that direction will be 1 to 4 as conversion increases throughout the process. So the sequence will be MFR followed by PFR followed by MFR. That is my answer. That is the best suitable reactor arrangement for such scenario. Easy. Okay. Next. Suppose curve is given like this. So what is the best reactor arrangement? I can't tell anything because the curve between R versus CA doesn't represent anything. ठीक है, मतलब उसका कोई ऐसा significance नहीं है खास. But I know one thing, if I take the reciprocal on y-axis, I make it 1 by r, then it will become a performance curve. And performance curve का significance हमें पता है. We know the significance of performance curve. So what to do? Make maxima minima, minima maxima, so it will become like this. Okay. Now the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what will be the direction? We know that direction will be simple. Concentration. Throughout the process, concentration decreases. So direction of the curve will be like this. Direction of the process will be like this. So first I will use a reactor for 5 to 4, then for 4 to 3, then for 3 to 2, and then for 2 to 1. This will be the sequence for me. Okay. So for first segment, again area governed by MFR will be this much. And area governed by PFR will be area under the curve. So what will I prefer? I will prefer PFR because it requires the less area. In second segment 4 to 3, area governed by PFR will be area under the curve. Area governed by MFR will be the rectangular area. So MFR required less area, I will prefer MFR. So similarly you can check. The sequence will be PFR followed by MFR followed by PFR followed by MFR. That is my answer. Okay. say MFR, MFR, PFR, MFR, PFR. You should know the directions. Okay, and it's very easy to understand. Concentration decreases, conversion increases throughout the process. Okay, simple. Now, if any one of you by chance, any one of you have a problem कि how to find out the area of MFR, ठीक है, कौन सा रेक्टेंगल बनेगा, यहाँ पे तो हमने ऐसे रेक्टेंगल बनाए थे, वहाँ पे हमने ऐसे रेक्टेंगल बनाए, ये क्या मतलब है? ओके, सो इट्स इजी, ठीक है. Suppose we have a curve like this or like this. Okay, this is the initial point, this is the final point. Initial point, final point. Okay, so how to find out the required rectangle, the suitable rectangle for the process? See, simple. Just draw two vertical lines from each point, and now see, final point is, now check for the intersection point between the final curve, final point, final state and the curve. So final state is this, it is intersecting the curve here. Okay, so from that intersection, draw one horizontal line. The covered area will be the required rectangular area for MFR. Simple. Similarly, in second case, two vertical lines. Now the final point is intersecting the curve here. To draw one horizontal from this, the covered area, the bounded region will be the required rectangle for the MFR. Okay, so that's how you can identify that. It's simple. That's not a big deal. Okay, 93. Nearest integer लिखेंगे क्या ऐसे क्वेश्चन के लिए? No. See, whenever we don't have the decimal places or integer कि मतलब क्या टाइप करना है, so I will suggest to answer up to 2 decimal place. Like in that question 145, वहाँ mention नहीं था. हो सकता है क्वेश्चन में मेंशन हो, यहाँ पे रह गया हो इस पीडीएफ में, ठीक है, डजंट मैटर. बुक में अगर एग्जाम में ऐसा बाई चांस होता है एंड योर आंसर इज कमिंग आउट टू बी लेट्स से 326.27, ओके, तो 326.27 ओनली, ठीक है. व्हाई? बिकॉज if they are looking for the nearest integer, so by default software will neglect this and it will count to this part only. But if they are looking for up to decimal places, so this part will be included automatically. Okay, so you don't need to worry about all those such scenario. Always write up to 2 decimal places, even if your answer is coming out to be 253 exact. Okay, then type 253.00. okay, so I hope it is clear now. Next question number 93, उसमें क्या डाउट है? ऐसे क्वेश्चन 93 भी कोई क्वेश्चन है क्या? 145 क्वेश्चन है तो 93 भी कोई क्वेश्चन होगा ही. कहाँ चले? 19 पे चलते हैं. चलो, और ऊपर आना था. Hmm, 93. The 5 liter C started. अच्छा, ये कॉमन डेटा होगा शायद. Okay, thank you, sir. You are welcome. It's my pleasure. In an aqueous solution, P. Now, see here, one thing is, in all the statement, volume is in liter, but volumetric flow rate is in centimeter cube, and concentration is also in centimeter cube. So it's better to make the units consistent so that बाद में problem ना हो. Let's say volume of liter is given 5 liter. So okay, so we can say 5,000 cubic centimeter. I hope you know that 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 cubic centimeter. In case you don't know that, so मैंने बता दिया, ठीक है. हाई रेट कांस्टेंट बताना है. फर्स्ट MFR है. See, for MFR we know the design equation is V by V naught in terms of volumetric flow rate is CA naught into XA over minus RA for first order reaction. And CA. Now let's put the values. V is 5,000 V naught is 500 cubic centimeter per minute. Doesn't matter whatever. -0.6. When you solve this, you will get K. That is 0.15 minute inverse. Option B is the correct answer. Why minute inverse? Because volumetric flow rate was in cubic centimeter per minute. इसलिए वो मिनट इनवर्स है. ठीक है, तो वो चेक कर लेना कि यहाँ पे फ्लो रेट आपको गिवन है पर आवर में और पूछा पर मिनट में. ठीक है, और ऑप्शंस में दोनों ऑप्शन है, न्यूमेरिक वैल्यू दोनों वाली हैं, तो यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल विद दैट. ओके, although such type of questions I have included in some of the test series papers so that you can be habitual of all that stuff, but still. Next, 5 liter MFR is replaced by 5 MFR in series and the volume of 1 MFR is 1 liter. So overall conversion will be, see, this is first order reaction, so we can directly use that generic expression, and since all those MFR are identical, they haven't mentioned anything about the temperature, so we will consider same temperature. So we know that XA5 will be equal to 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus tau I K power 5. Tau I will be equal to Vi upon V naught. Vi is 1000 cubic centimeter, 1 liter means 1000 cubic centimeter, V naught is 500. So tau I will be 2 minutes. So put these values here. 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus 2 into 0.15 power 5. So when you solve this, you will get your answer. Okay, 2 into 0.15 plus 1 power 5. 1 divided by answer. 1 minus answer. 0.73067 means option C, 73. That is your correct answer. Simple. Okay, I don't know what doubt you were having in that, because it is quite simple. Everything is simple in CRE. Okay, everything is simple. If you know the meaning of each and every term. Anyways, so this is about the multiple reactor system. Now let's move on to next topic, that is कितना टाइम है हमारे पास, because it's obvious now that we can't complete the CRE in 2 classes. ठीक है, थर्ड क्लास भी लेनी होगी. अब 2 क्लास में कर तो सकते थे, वैसे तो 1 क्लास में भी हो जाता, बस फॉर्मूले बताए ख़त्म कर दिया, पर उससे फ़ायदा क्या है, रिवीजन थोड़ी हो रहा है, बेवकूफ़ बनाने वाली बातें हैं. We will have one more class for CRE to cover the remaining part, that will be on tomorrow. Okay, it's 5. अभी हम half an hour और 1 hour भी और क्लास कर सकते हैं. क्या क्या बचा है? We are left with multiple reaction system, their kinetics designing, non-isothermal reactors, RTD and hetero. 4 टॉपिक बचे हैं बस. And all these 4 topics has the weightage about 7 to 8 marks in GATE exam. हाफ एन आवर में क्या कंप्लीट हो सकता है? आरटीडी हो जाएगा, नॉन आइसोथर्मल भी हो जाएगा. So can any one of you suggest me which topic we should go for, or shall we discuss all these in next class? देखो लिबर्टी है तो मैं 3-4 लोग हो तुम, बाकी लोग तो ऑफलाइन ही देखते हैं, तो तुम्हें कुछ पता बोलना हो तो बोलो, वरना कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मैं अपनी मर्जी से करूँगा. हेट्रो नहीं हो पाएगा 30 मिनट्स में. नेक्स्ट क्लास NIR बोले तो अच्छा, मैंने भी NIR लिखा, नॉन आइसोथर्मल, ये हो सकता है। चलो इसके बारे में कुछ कुछ बातें कर लेते हैं, कुछ बातें कल करेंगे अगर टाइम बन गया तो, पूरा ही कर लेंगे, नहीं तो कल करेंगे। नॉन आइसोथर्मल रिएक्टर सिस्टम, रिएक्शन सिस्टम, कुछ भी बोल लो एक ही बात है, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। और अदरवाइज यू कैन से टेम्परेचर प्रेशर इफेक्ट, डजंट मैटर, ठीक। Ultimately, we want to see the effect of temperature, pressure, inerts on equilibrium conversion, equilibrium constant, and energy balance with chemical reaction. Okay. So one thing which you should know, I think we have discussed that in solution thermo as well, in chemical reaction equilibrium. What is endothermic and exothermic reaction? So you are well aware of that. I am not repeating the same thing. Okay. So there are few points which you can directly write. Okay. For endothermic reactions, equilibrium constant K and equilibrium conversion both increases with increase in temperature. Similarly, for exothermic reaction, equilibrium constant K and equilibrium conversion both decreases with increase in temperature. Equilibrium constant K is the function of temperature only, and equilibrium conversion depends on temperature, pressure, inerts, etc. Okay, and if I talk about their relation, so from Van 't Hoff relation, basically we discuss the effect of temperature on equilibrium constant in solution thermo. That is called Van 't Hoff equation. That is d ln K over dt is equal to delta H naught over RT square, where delta H naught is the standard heat of reaction. So if you integrate this from temperature T1 to T2, equilibrium constant will become K1 to K2. Equation will be like ln capital K2 over capital K1 is equal to delta H naught over R 1 over T1 minus 1 over T2. Okay, and from this equation you can clearly see that for endothermic reaction we know that standard heat of reaction is positive, and for exothermic reaction we know that standard heat of reaction is negative. Okay, so for positive delta H, if you increase T, K will increase. For negative delta H, if you increase T, K will decrease. So that's how you can prove this point. Okay, and if you try to relate equilibrium relation, if you try to draw a curve between equilibrium conversion and temperature, that curve will be something like this. For exothermic reaction, for endothermic reaction. Okay, increasing, decreasing. So it's obvious for exothermic reactions, if I want higher conversion, so I will conduct those reactions at lower temperatures. And for endothermic reactions, if I want higher conversion, I have to conduct those reactions at higher temperatures. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. And one more thing should be clear to all of you, that if I talk about a PFR, let's say, and in PFR, it is given that the temperature profile along the length is decreasing. Suppose temperature profile along the length is decreasing. Temperature profile is given and temperature is decreasing along the length. Profile थोड़ी decrease होती है, profile to profile है, ठीक है. Temperature profile is given. Then what will be the conversion? So see, understand, equilibrium conversion, overall conversion, ठीक है. ओवरऑल कन्वर्जन कम होगा या ज़्यादा होगा, ये आपको बताना है, ठीक है. ये नहीं चाहिए मुझे, भूल जाओ इसे. I just want to know the overall conversion will be high or low. Let's say for endothermic reaction, and for exothermic reaction. Okay. So understand this XA here is the overall conversion, and XAE, equilibrium conversion, is the state value, point value. Okay, this is the point conversion. Means, like if you see at the inlet, we have higher temperature. At the inlet, we have higher temperature. So, for endothermic reaction, let's say, for endothermic reactions, we have higher temperature at the inlet. So, we know that for endothermic reaction, if temperature is high, conversion will be high as well. Okay, so conversion will be high, XAE will be high. And as temperature is decreasing, means at this point we have lower temperature. So equilibrium conversion will be low, means at that point conversion will be low. And finally at exit we have the lowest possible temperature of the reactor. We have the lowest temperature, lower temperature. So for endothermic reaction we can see if temperature is low, equilibrium conversion is low as well. Okay, so this will be small. It means along the length equilibrium conversion is decreasing. Here we have the highest equilibrium conversion, means highest equilibrium conversion means highest number of molecules reacting at this point. Lowest equilibrium conversion means lowest number of molecules are reacting at this point. Okay, मतलब क्या है? मतलब है कि यहाँ पे if at this point 100 molecules are reacting, here only 70 will react, here only 30 will react, here only 5 will react. Okay, that is the meaning. Now here don't get confused with other things. This is the equilibrium conversion. If I am talking about 100 molecules, means suppose I was having 1000 molecules here. So out of those 1000, only 100 molecules will react. Out of 1000, here only 50 will react. Out of 1000 molecules, only 20 will react. Out of 1000 molecules, only 5 will react. That is the meaning. So you can see equilibrium conversion is decreasing along the length. So overall conversion will be a lower value. Okay. But if I keep maximum temperature throughout, then 100 molecules, 100 molecules, 100 molecules, 100 molecules. So throughout we have maximum conversion, maximum equilibrium conversion. It means overall conversion will be maximum as well. Okay, so that you have to understand. For exothermic reactions, temperature is decreasing. So obviously we know that for exothermic reaction, if temperature is high, conversion will be low. So here I will have the lower conversion. Here temperature is decreasing, higher conversion, highest conversion. So ultimately conversion is increasing. So overall conversion will be high. Okay, because this is the point value, point conversion, and this is the overall conversion, that is the sum of all these point values. Okay, you can understand like infinite MFR in series, and at each and every MFR temperature is increasing, so conversion will decrease or conversion will increase depending on the type of reaction, and thus you can find out the overall conversion. Okay, and for exothermic reaction throughout we have lower temperature. So throughout we will have highest equilibrium conversion, and thus overall conversion will be maximum. Okay. So this is a point which I want to discuss with all of you, that it is one important thing to understand. This is the equilibrium conversion, means at point value. Overall conversion is a different thing. That is the sum of all these equilibrium conversions. You can say like that. Okay. So I hope this is clear. This point about the equilibrium conversion and equilibrium constant. Now let's talk about the reversible reaction. Let's say P, R gives P, K1, K2. So for reversible reaction, one important point that you should know, this is the Arrhenius plot, I hope you understand. Okay, so you can see, this is the activation energy for reactants. Let's say ER. Or you can say activation energy for forward reaction, EF. This is the activation energy for products, or you can say the activation energy of backward reaction. So here, see, in forward direction, if I'm talking, so in forward direction, delta H will be, what is delta H? Obviously, enthalpy of final state minus enthalpy of initial state. So enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactant. I will write like this. And here, as you can see, product enthalpy is more than that of a reactant, so this difference will be positive. It means in forward direction, reaction is endothermic. Okay, but in backward direction, if I see, what will be delta H? Delta H naught will be final minus initial. So for backward direction, this is the initial state, this is the final state. So it will be HR minus HP. Okay, and you can see, when I am going in backward direction, initially enthalpy is high, finally enthalpy is low. So this will be a negative value. Okay, that means reaction will be exothermic. So this is one important characteristic of reversible reaction, which you should know, that for reversible reaction, if reaction is endothermic in forward direction, then definitely it will be exothermic in backward direction, or vice versa. Okay? If it is exothermic in forward, then it will be endothermic in backward. Okay? And you can see one more thing, standard heat of reaction will be EF minus EB, as you can see, ER minus EP. This difference will give us standard heat of reaction. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से भी आप समझ सकते हो, ठीक है, that if EF is greater than EB, means activation energy of reactant is more as compared to product, reaction will be this difference, this is positive, so reaction will be endothermic. And if EF is less than EB, means activation energy of reactant is less as compared to that of our product, so reaction will be exothermic. Okay, so, I hope this point you must have known from your school time, from 11, 12, this same in terms of activation energy, reaction is whether exothermic or endothermic, we used to study in 11, 12. Okay. Anyways, so in next class we will talk about the kinetics of reversible reaction and the energy balance. Okay, all the other things we have already discussed in solution thermo, the effect of temperature, effect of pressure on equilibrium conversion, equilibrium constant, okay, and the effect of inerts, we have already discussed that in solution thermo. Now here we will just talk about the energy balance and the kinetics of reversible reaction. So that's all for the day. See you in the next class. The timings will be messaged to you. Okay. So see you guys. Have a great day ahead. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy.